So I'm sitting next to the Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro. I did get this printer like 2 years ago. At the start I did just print couple items for the printer itself, and then it's been sitting here. I started to use this like last year summer, and I did print like couple items more for customers, but now it's been running like something like 120-200 hours couple last months. And so far no issues. It's super weird, like the Elegoo has the also beta firmware version for this printer, but it never ever did, they basically never ever did publish that. It's on the GitHub, so I don't know if it's working or if I can even test that. I know when I did get this one, then there was like basically Neptune 4 also available, but the price for this one was super cheap. The only issues what I've been facing are most likely always the filament issues. Spare parts are something what starts to be a little bit hard. Like the Elegoo doesn't have the PTFE plus nozzle sets anymore available, so the support is dropping with the spare parts, and support is also, it did basically drop straight away with the firmwares. So my setup is working that we have the PTF tube or filament guide here, what is chip tied because the double side tape is not holding that. That didn't work, so it's still installed here, but there is ball bearing here, and we are feeding the filament straight from the Sunlu filament dryer, what is running 40 Celsius all the time when it's printing, and then it goes to filament sensor and it goes straight to hot end. What I did say about the filament issues or issues with the filament, this is my Desing, the solar panel mount, and sometimes we get something like this. These issues are not happening with anything else, only with the Fujitec. This is pretty good example. I did just get the white from the verkkokauppa.com. This is the Fujitec crap. White one and the gray one. The gray one is almost like transparent one, and this is the Fujitec. Also, we have a lot of issues with this filament. It's just like I needed the white one and the gray one the day before when I did start printing, but there is like the Isan solid gray, and we don't really have the issues. Yes, you can see the layers, but it's not that bad. This is like just covers for some other stuff. So the printer itself, the only problematic spots are basically I never ever did run with the problem with this cable hitting the build plate or the object on the build plate, but it's possible. Then it's possible to break this cable. I don't really have any problems with this one. I did even print like object like this, what is basically you plug that in the hole and you chip tie the cables over here. Let's speak about maintenance. What happened at the printer was that this brass lock, whatever you want to call this, did come loose, and we did lose the belt. I did just do the pliers and I did reinstall that same lock there. I'm not 100% sure can you get the belts anymore anywhere from Elegoo. I think I didn't see any belt kits or anything available. But like we have also the linear rails here. I did just get these after I did get the printer, but I never ever did install these because I didn't have any issues or diagonal braces. It doesn't have any issues with those. Do not over tight this belt because it basically breaks the brass locks from the belt. You want to basically test this by using one finger and pushing that with the one finger. If it's smooth and there is not too much resistance, then it's good to go. And same goes with the bottom one. Like we can see that the belt is already damaged on the side, or there is wear and tear on the side. So it's going to be something what I need to replace soon-ish. Also I did order heat sinks for the motors over there and over here. Because these things are only one what are getting really hot because the printer is basically moving these axes all the time. I'm not too worried about this one here because it's not getting that hot because it's not moving like super fast all the time. Heatsink is going to be 35 times 35 millimeters. You can get the bigger ones for the motors, but then you sacrifice that you don't have the aces for the screws on the motor side of the motor. So I don't want to do that. I want to just have the aces to the screws without taking those heatsinks away. I did take a little bit smaller heatsinks. Just use one finger, make sure it's smooth. And this is bad example because now the bed is basically hitting to the dryer, but that is good to go. Don't over tight these. But in couple years I've not done that much maintenance. I did make one mistake and I needed to replace the nozzle and the PTFE lining inside. The old one is here. As you can see, it has all that gunk inside. So if you think like you have the clock or something, the major issue is basically self-made. I think at least. Because with this PTF lining, what is inside the heat break, I can feel if I run the filament here, I can feel inside there is like friction spots or stops almost. So what I think is happening, because I was thinking like with the bore filaments that I have the clock or something, and I did push the needle inside from top side, I did hit this PTFE lining and it did make like small dents or holes to the PTF lining. So that is something what you maybe don't want to do if you have any issues. Just do the cold pull. Like maintenance white, last year couple prints or like 10 prints. This year lot of more printing, and I'm not tightening any nuts or anything. The bed is straight from the factory, all the nuts are straight from the factory, and those bolts are basically from here. I did just take the cover away today and I was cleaning under here. There is lot of rubber pieces or like dust collecting here, so take the cover away. It's held down by this screw, one below and one at the end. Just take the cover away, clean that with the toothbrush or something. If you want, you can do the same thing here. Clean the wheels, make sure the belt is tight but not too tight. The bottom wheels are really hard to do anything about those without disassembling the bed or doing something like that crazy. I'm not going to do that. The rods I did just clean and grease today, but I'm going to change the grease also for a little bit better one. I think the Elegoo Neptune 3 and 4 and everything is pretty much okay. The only downside is the spare parts and the software support. They are dropping and making new models after new models so fast that, like this one has the firmware from 2023, and basically straight away they did start doing the beta one and then they did just end doing any firmware. And why I think it's problematic, little bit at least, it's just like these are closed systems, like Elegoo has all the control about, no yeah, I did fighters, custom firmwares, what I'm not going to try anytime soon because the printer is working. If I cannot get the spare parts and I cannot get the firmware updates, so I'm basically stuck. And if the printer is basically working but I have issues with something like the motors or something and I cannot get the new parts, or I have some firmware issues or something, then I I'm basically forced to get new printer or tinker this, like replacing the board or something, using the custom firmware or something. That custom firmware is basically behind like Google people, so there is no active development in the custom firmware. The Neptune 3 Pro has been working great. I don't really have any issues. I did just order the all metal heat break here, so I can get rid of the issues with the PTFE lining inside the heat break. I hope that fixes the issues that I don't really need to get the replacement or replace the PTFE lining. I think the Elegoo is saying that is done once a month or something. Makes no sense. Like, yeah, I get it's wear and tear, but still, like, it gives a lot of the wear and tear to all the threads and everything. So you need to always unscrew the heat block and heat break and disassemble the full head here. So, do I recommend Elegoo? I think it's great printer for great amount money. Like, a lot of people have been having problems with the Neptune 4 series. I don't know, I'm trying to catch up with all the Elegoo stuff, but I feel like they are moving forward too fast. I think they should focus like the upgrade kits or something for the old printers, like just stay in the, let's say, in Neptune 3 or 4 series and make something like upgraded linear rails or something available. And the after sales it's been working with the most of the people. Like, if you have the need for spare part, you can contact them via email. But I would love to have some form or even get some spare parts straight from the store. Like, something is not under warranty, of course, because it's common wear and tear. But like belts, example. I know these are not like the high quality belts, but still I love to get those belts, and the shipping price is pretty damn high in the Elegoo store, so I will get like everything in one go. And what I mean by upgrade kits is like, these are not from Elegoo, these are from TP Stron 3D, and all these 3 packages, it cost me total like $100. So they did make the linear rail kits for Neptune 3 and Neptune 4 series. And these are pretty damn nice, all the brackets and everything. So why the Elegoo cannot have something like this? I don't know. I don't understand why the Elegoo thinks like, okay, yeah, we have the Neptune 4, we have still the spare parts online available. But okay, let's stop everything, all the firmware development and everything. Let's start doing the Neptune 5 series. Like, what? It doesn't make any sense, like. And then you basically need to go to the next series when you don't have any more spare parts available.